Another day, another show. This is your uncle. We are back again on the Uncle Joe's Diaries, right? And as always, I don't walk alone, man. Mr. Jowakim,
Sidekick
Israel,
in the house.
Wagwan.
Good man.
Yeah, man.
Good man.
How's been your week, man?
Oh man, it's been trying. I just on a personal level, I've just come to a realization of something really, really, really big that's been happening with me
Cook.
for over, man, bro, on and off for over 6 years now. And it's one of those situations I never thought would apply to me because the type of person I believe I am and the resilience that I think I have, and then to find out that I'm not I'm not halfway there, and it's been, but I think it's a process, man. It's a process, and with me coming to this realization, and it's actually has just opened up a whole new level of consciousness within me. And man, I'm actually quite excited, at the same time quite fearful of what is going on with me,
What is it? Tell us. Cook, man. What has been happening?
Joe, I on and off, I have, for the past 6 years, I have been going through depression.
Shit. I thought depression was only for white people.
Same here. It's one of those things that you are never aware of, because like if you are within a group of people or stuff like that, you can behave normally. If everything, you're going to work, you can function and do things. But I think you are also running away from a lot of things that you're not trying to confront. And there's a lot of frustrations that are happening within oneself, a lot of anxieties that come through, and these manifest especially when it comes to moments when you're by yourself.
Okay.
And then you get these dark, very, very dark thoughts that just start happening within you. And we find ways of trying to evade that, or just try to lock it away in a compartment somewhere in your subconscious.
Yeah.
And then, you find another avenue, like, for example, drinking. You just end up just like, nah, let me get myself a drink. This is whatever. And then it just spirals out of control. Because at my age, I should be able to know what my limit is when it comes to drink, but I know sometimes, like when I drink, you tell yourself, you know what, I just feel like having maybe 2 drinks, 2 beers, maybe 3. But with me, bro, 3 beers is always 12 and above.
Shit.
And then from that point, it's just recklessness. It's just lashing out. It's actually not uncomfortable. And when you are in a relationship, for example, I'm married.
Yeah.
A lot of hurt and pain is actually now being spewed out of me onto, the wife, children, your environment about you. And then, you do it in that consciousness of and then you always want to come back and say, no, I was just drunk, it's nothing. But it is something. If you sit down and say, no, why? What is happening?
When did you realize this? What happened?
I think one of the things, the tools that I've gotten to be very good with was I was given by my therapist.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So using those tools that my therapist has advised me to use, I was able to confront that and ask myself real questions.
Yeah.
because it comes down like you do know the 5 languages of love, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so. Mm-hmm.
So you know what you have to discover. So you got to go read and see where you are with your love language.
Give us the 5 languages of love.
Well, I would not be able to tell you all of them. Okay, there is acts of service, there is physical touch, there is gifting, there is communication, I think, and what's I'm not so sure.
Patience.
No, not patience. It's how you convey love
Oh yeah.
and how you want to be loved.
Oh okay.
How
I
you
get
see
it.
love
I
is.
get it. Yeah.
So for me, I know I've actually known what my love language is, which is acts of service.
Oh yeah.
I'm one of those guys that it's not about me giving you a box of chocolate with a bunch of flowers and thinking this is showing you or buying you a present here or a car and everything. It's about doing things that are tangible, like saying, you know, I am providing. Okay, what do you let me work and take care of the rest for you to feel comfortable.
Oh yeah.
So when I go out there and I push my all, I'm actually trying to bring it to the table and saying, this is who I am. See, what do you feel you need? And let me go out there and do it.
Oh, okay.
You know? So I think since my coming back from China, it's been quite trying because when I came back, obviously I had my ideas and my hopes, trying to start my own business, my own kitchen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bought myself a nice little kitchen trailer and, tried to start up, and then, I was a bit, I don't know, ignorant, maybe blasé about how things really happen when we are in the continent. And then the frustrations of going through that, and boom, we got hit by the pandemic.
COVID, yeah.
And then that just sort of really threw me out, where nothing I could not do, like, especially the food industry was literally shut down for a year and a half, 2 years, and then trying to come back and everything. And during that process, you're sitting at home, you're trying to find ways. I had to sell my trailer. I had to, try, look for different avenues and stuff to try to still be a provider.
Yeah.
But in all these things I was doing, I was failing. So we were fortunate that my wife obviously could work from home full time, and her job was not affected, and that source of income really did carry us through. But obviously, because I was not bringing anything, we fell behind on big things, loans, bank loans, things like that, trying to, whatever, school fees here, things for the kids. So, it's been a battle, an uphill battle, trying to get out of that hole. Because remember, if you go maybe for even 2 months without paying a bank loan, the interest and the stuff that comes out of there, it's very seldom hard. It's seldom that you can catch up within 6 months.
That's true.
It just spirals out of control. So just imagine going 6 months to a year, not paying up with the debt. So when at the end of the year, when they call you and they tell you like, okay, that 200,000 loan that you had is now ballooned up to 400K.
Shit.
Because of the interest of not paying up and stuff like that. And then you as a man, because we are from a background, we're from a school where, when such major problems pop up within the family, you are the one who comes with the solution.
Yeah. I actually, you know what you're saying. I was having a conversation, I think 2-3 days ago with this other lady. I said to her, she was like, men are trash, right? Then I'm like, why? Then says, you know what? You guys, you're on your phones, or sometimes you're just sitting at home. All you're thinking of is having side chicks, and that's what you're thinking of, just involving yourself in some things. Then I said to her, you know what? I think that's where you guys get it wrong. because as a man, I've got so many battles I'm fighting. Like I fight battles each and every day.
Exactly.
Sometimes not even my battles. You know, I fight battles for the wife. I fight battles for the kids. I fight battles at work. You see, I wake up in the morning every day and the world is waiting and you know, with bayonet and machine guns. And I have to defend. And when you guys see us, we come home, we are in our corner, the room is quiet, we're not even watching television. And we watch you as you play with the kids and you're running in the kitchen, you're cooking, you're doing all this. I'm thinking, you know, she's cooking. That millimil is running out. But tomorrow we won't have it.
Bro.
What should I do? When the kids are running and they are holding majigis, bananas, and all these things. What, as a man, when I'm sitting there on the couch and I look at you, all I'm thinking is, okay, fine. This kid is running around holding a banana. It's the last one when I checked, right? So where am I going to get another 10 rand to make sure that tomorrow they still have got that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, you know what? You guys, we go through a lot of things, which you guys, you don't know. Sometimes you just need to sit there and have your man open up. Sometimes we don't even open up because the moment you say your struggles, it's your weapon. You are digging your own grave. They use the same things to attack you.
That's the thing. And you know what? Us men, you just said something right there, and you just hit the nerve. We don't have an avenue of opening up.
Yeah.
Because we are seen as the guys that come up with the solutions, the answers. You know, whereas our partners, you know, great, you know what, we're not taking anything away from women. They go through a lot, obviously, you know, they especially in this day and age where we got working wives and stuff like that, and they still have to be wives that we, you know, would expect them to be, you know, and getting that balance. But your wife can come to you and say, baby, I'm not good. All right, baby, this is what's going on with me and this and this and this and this and that. Okay. And then you, as a man, as somebody who is supposed to be that rock, you know, that solid a platform that she can, a form of support that she can rely on, have to be able to say, baby, it's okay, or know what, let me move stuff around, let me sort things out. But with us, the moment you open up, it's either we're afraid of one thing, showing our weakness. All right? Or you can open up, but sometimes and more often, the wife will say, so what do you want me to do?
Exactly. You're the man.
You're the man. Figure it out. So what's the use for me opening up? So, you know, a lot of things you end up keeping, and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up. And then you come to a point, Joe, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be very honest with you. There have been points where I've just found myself to be so useless that I thought there's no need for me to be alive.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, if I'm to go today, it's not like anything is going to change because I'm not doing anything. You know, those suicidal thoughts we go through.
Yeah.
All right, and we don't show them to everybody else.
No.
You know, and this is when it comes off as a surprise. Kuti, you know what? You just hear that this guy hurt himself.
Yeah.
But then you say, no, but I was with him last week, didn't I? And we were chilled, man. We had drinks, everything was fine and everything. And he was just, you know, throwing jokes around and everything. But how? How did it happen? Not even the closest person to that to that man, the wife or girlfriend or partner, would say, I know why this happened.
Yeah.
Because we are not being given that platform to be able to express ourselves, to actually talk about our most inner feelings. You know, my wife has this one thing that she does every day. When she gets back from work, and then if I'm there, if I'm at home and or you know, she will say to me, how are you? And you know what, where I messed it up? I only give her the physical aspect of me.
I'm okay.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
My back hurts. Or, nah, I'm cool. I just rested. I never get to tell her what the emotional, mental, and psychological aspect of me is.
Yeah.
Because once you go in there, you're becoming a sissy if you're trying to be a man.
Yeah.
You're weak, you're a pussy, literally. So, but then it starts eating away at you day in and day out. And then you get to a point where I get there's this periods of depression where I can, like, it can spread 1 week, 2 weeks, where I just don't feel like doing anything. I feel so tired. I don't even want to brush my teeth in the morning. Forget about a shower, bruh.
Yeah.
I can't even. It just feels like it's pointless. Because I'm just thinking, for what? What is this reason? And I just cocoon up. I can't talk to anybody. I'm just in my own dark place, and the moment somebody just tries to get me out of their eyes, I lash out. Anger.
Yeah.
It's just leave me alone. I'm just, what are you going to do? And then what? And and that's very detrimental. Especially when you're building, because marriage is work every day.
Every single day.
There is never a time, even after 20, 30 years, can you say, now we're now good.
We're good, yeah.
But carry on building.
But then, what are some of those steps which, after you found out about your mental health, exactly where you stand, and then obvious you spoke to your
my wife, yeah.
Your wife.
Mm-hmm.
What are those things which you're doing just to get out of that space? What steps have you taken so far just to, I'm out of here?
You see, that's the most important thing that I did to this stage was being able to open up.
Oh yeah.
I woke my wife up on a Sunday at 5:00. I mean, my wife works hard, man, and Sunday is her day to rest. But I couldn't sleep the whole night from Saturday, and then I was just going through all this stuff, and I was like, I didn't. A point of me was like, yeah, I know where I'm at, so I gotta figure out what I'm doing. But then I realized that no, this journey is not mine. I am married, so my journey is my wife's journey. Her journey is my journey. This is our journey. We are building this new being of a partnership of husband and wife.
Yeah.
So I've got what I've got to bring to the table. She's got what she has to bring to the table. And this is what we join together. And then we see what we need to throw out. And then we see what we need to build or what we need to add. And we build this, can I call it maybe a chromosome or something that is a baby that will grow and flourish, or a flower or a tree that becomes our marriage. So I had to wake up at 5 in the morning and I said, babe, I need to speak to you. I want you to hear me. I don't want you to tell me your side of things. I just want you to hear me. And I was able to break things down to her to a point where she's like, but why have you been holding all this to yourself for so long?
But do they do something about it? After you open up and you sit them down, you say exactly your inner self speaks out. Do they do anything about it?
I mean, my wife was first to say to you, my wife's first thing was like, do you want us to do more sessions of therapy? Because I am not equipped. And she was very honest to be able to give you the answers. I am not able to diagnose, is it clinical depression, and find out the steps. Do you want us to have more sessions of therapy? And then we can actually just focus. Those extra sessions we have is just focusing on your depression. Because, baby, I want you to be good. Because if you're good, I'm good. And I appreciate that from my wife. But I think I'm one of those guys that love a holistic approach to things.
Oh.
And I prefer a holistic than, or than a scientific quasi, medical kind of situation. I like, because I feel like if I can build myself, my resilience and my resistance will actually become stronger. That if I am ever to come across or to come into a situation like this, I have already built the necessary pillars naturally within myself to be able to go above and beyond.
Yo, dude, that's profound, bro.
And it's not going to be a situation where I find what you call it, a solution in one day. It's a process. So right now I'm actually starting a blog.
All right.
And I think the first few pieces, because I do write quite a bit, the first few pieces that I'm going to put out are really focused on myself, with what I'm going through and everything.
Okay.
And I'm starting a blog. It's called, it's actually going to be called The Monotonous Drone of a Sad Man. So, I'm starting, so I'm going to, it's a weekly piece that I'll be putting out, just ramblings that about what I'm going through. And then obviously as we go on, I'm just going to start writing about things that I see, because a lot of things happen in my mind, and I'm one of those guys that sees things, and I've got this whole conspiracy level about me that is beyond realistic, and sometimes, but it's also based on facts. I'm not just putting things out there, just typing away words and stuff like that, but I would actually want to use based on research and facts and whatever reports that they, but I also give my take of things I've heard. So it's I thought maybe I need to do with what's happening, because who blogs really nowadays? Like, nobody writes. Who's got time to read when there's TikTok and Instagram and all this kind of stuff? So it was, do you want to do a vlog? Because people,
I think a vlog will do.
Can I interrupt you there? This is my therapy. It's not for other people. This is for me, and I enjoy writing.
Oh yes, all right, that makes sense.
And I love the art of just writing. And if nobody reads it, it's okay. But I need to be able to express myself on a constant level. I don't need to shy away from who I am, So I am going to put it out into the ether, and obviously when I'll probably find the platform where I put it out, and then you'll probably put it in the descriptions with the sessions and stuff like that. That if anybody wants to go in and just everything. But I think it's a space that we start as men, especially men that are millennials. We, the 1980 to say the 80s, maybe mid 70s to maybe late 80s born, we find, because we are sort of a generation that is left out. We are now within this new age of fast technologies that's happening, but we are also from an era that was way before digital.
True.
That we had. Do you remember the big directories?
I do.
We had little pocket books that you'd keep people's phone numbers.
Dude.
But then we were quickly introduced into dial-up, and then it became this fast internet and everything, and things are happening. But then we are still trying to hold on to the school that we were raised in, because we know who our role models are. Our fathers, our uncles, our grandfathers, the ministers from the church and all that kind of thing, who come from a different era. The boomers. That are so out of touch with what's happening today. And we are not giving ourselves that platform to be able to say, what is our place in this new age, this new space of where life is heading, this fast-paced, technologically driven
Yeah.
daily sequence that we call life.
Yeah. Because now we are forced to adjust to that.
Yeah.
We are coming from that age. Then now we are heading into a different age where I can't keep up with my 14-year-old daughter. And soon you won't be able to keep up with your 4-year-old son.
Jeez.
Because you're still there.
Jeez. I'm telling you, I can't even keep up with my 7-year-old son.
Yeah.
Because the level of computer literacy that he has at 7, because he's got all these gadgets, laptops, pads, phones, and then he can be able... And then I literally still type like I'm typing on a typewriter. Use my 2 fingers. You know? And this kid is way ahead of me. How do I keep up? How do I do this? But you know what? I do understand that we are, there's some things that, we can just let them do. But we as men of our age, especially, we are doing ourselves a disservice by not being able to open up and talk about our innermost beings. We have to have those situations.
So are you saying we need to follow Shadhaya more?
Fuck that dude. Fuck him.
Because in such instances, Shadhaya will tell you that you are being a simp.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? To each his own. Right? But I am moving into the space of what life is. You know what? My son doesn't know what a belt is on his bum.
They don't. Yeah, that's true. I have started spanking my kid actually. So I introduced.
No. That's not.
Dude, I introduced that thing. I think about 2 weeks ago, because I felt now he's at a stage where you can't tell him anything. What he wants, that's what he wants. You know what I mean? If he decides he wants a banana now, then you say no. You just had lunch. You're gonna eat after maybe an hour or so. He starts crying. Then I realized no, man. I think now is the time when I have to pull out Mr. Jones and start using that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think we all need to be able to give ourselves to actually find ways of how to raise our kids in our own ways and stuff like that. But I don't think we need to impose on other people. Because if I am going to have a conversation with my son, to sit down because of why I'm telling him not to be on his computer at a certain level and say, rather read a book, right? Because and then he's telling me that, no, I don't see why I need to read a book. I know, but I can read those words on the computer and I can actually just even, do much more when I'm on the phone and stuff like that. And then the next person says, no, kids should not have computers up until they're 14 or 15. That's you, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping by the time my kid is 14 or 15, he's coming up with his own codes. He's doing coding. He's coming with his own programs.
Yeah.
That's why I'm introducing him to this at this age. Because the ones and zeros are the future, bro.
You know that what you're saying actually reminds when my son, the moment he started walking, I started training him karate. And my wife was like, he's going to start beating up other kids at church, at school. Then I said, you know what? I would rather have a kid who knows how to defend themselves out there, because the world which these kids are growing, are being raised, is brutal. He needs to stand up for himself. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to teach him how to fight. I'm going to teach him how to kick. I'm going to teach him how to throw blows. Then I'm going to teach him now, when he get to a certain level, possibly when he's 3 years going up, say, you know what, you don't just. Now you can, but you don't just.
Yeah, okay.
Now you fight on such situations. This is when you're provoked this way and this way. You need to defend yourself. Because I think we grew up in an age also where there were a lot of bullies at school. Bro, you will carry your lunch tin to school and you won't have it.
I was bullied all my school life, bro. I was the guy that used to be bullied.
You see?
I mean, I remember my lunch. Talk about my lunch. Yeah, those guys, the bullies would take your lunch. The bullies would, just for no reason, just, decide to, pull a wedgie, like, oof, and things like that, and just take your lunch money, your tuck money, and stuff like that. And I went through those situations.
Yes.
As a child, I think going through high school, because I was a very skinny kid and stuff like that, and very weak. And up to a point where I finished high school, I think my uncle, when I went to stay at my grandfather's, and my uncle used to have this the weights, the bench, in the backyard, so kurokeshi.
Yeah.
And
Backyard gym.
Backyard gym, and it was like, now we need to start training. Because my uncle is buff and was a buff dude and stuff like that. So I was able to start lifting weights and stuff like that, and obviously just gain a bit of meat on my body.
Yes.
But I was very skinny. And the funny thing is, I only did my upper body. Saga, I will never wear shorts. Because it was just a bench, so it was this and curls and stuff. So you can actually see if I was to ever put on shorts, you'll see how you can actually give you a hint of how skinny I was. And then so I was easy target. I was easy meat for the bullies. So, but I get that, and obviously the spaces that we are putting our children in, and then obviously I think, with where life is, it's a calmer world now compared to where we were, especially when when we're looking at their schooling things and stuff. There's a different approach which we never had, As it was either you were smart or you were dumb. There was no ADHD. There was no. There was no autism. There was no ADDs. It was like dyslexia. We didn't know what dyslexic. What is dyslexia? You can't write. Shamari, you are dull. You are going to the special. It was special class.
Special class.
Yeah. But it never. But now there are so many spaces that are being put out there, and then we get to see different things about who we are, or our children and stuff like that. That for me, I feel like having a conversation and letting my son express myself. My son is very expressive, but he's also awkward socially, like I was, and I think my kids, are all very awkward socially and things like that. But then there's certain levels of also trying to give them the tools to be able to navigate. And then and I can also work with him in that space and stuff like that. So like going back to Shadhaya, what? No, not disrespecting him, but I'm just saying fuck him, because it's not about what his take is. So if my wife can cheat on me and I can sit down and have a conversation and decide to go back together, that's me. That's just between me and my wife. All right. But if you can't, then that's between you and your wife. You know what? To each his own. Don't force yourself on your opinions on people, and then it amounts to cyberbullying, basically. Some instances that he comes up with, and then and then people are now laughing at people, and at this people, and then how do you respond? How do you do this? And it just makes it doesn't help us break barriers. It solidifies those barriers into a situation where we don't find a way forward. Have a situation where you can be able to express yourself, but allow somebody else to give you their take. Especially if you're going to be talking about other people. You don't know what the process that the person goes through on a daily. For you to come up and say you're a simp.
Shadhaya will say that.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been doing reactions like you see. So yesterday I did a reaction on a new Stana song featuring Johnny K, right? What's the name of the song? Atidiwondo, something like that. But then I didn't really express myself on how I think or how I feel about the song. Then I was like to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna reserve certain comments about artists and how they release their music and how the music is either sounding or how the video is shot, right? why have I decided to do that? Because I realize sometimes people go through hell and back.
Yeah.
So just for sanity,
Peace sake.
yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna provoke or say certain things.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna react there and not give a rating. Because I used to give a rating like, flip, this song is work, man. I'm gonna give it a 4. But then on the other end now, I'm thinking, okay, fine. I'm the uncle. Should if I don't do that, am I not doing a disservice to my followers and and the people who follow what I do and what I say and how I've earned that brand and that name? You see, so it's something which has been going on my mind. Like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
So what should I do? Should I go on, or should I take a back step and just react just to
Be honest, Joe. Be honest, bruh. Like, if you're gonna, it's music.
Yeah.
You're not attacking a person personally, but you actually just, what? Somebody puts a product out. That's their product. That's the song is their product. Is this a good product or not?
Yeah.
See, you're now becoming, you are an authority to your space, to your followers.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So if you're gonna say, this is shit, your product is shit, bruh. If it is shit to you and your and your space. You know what? Don't for peace sake, I don't know what you were going through. I don't get it. What you trying to say, bro? Like especially when it comes to products that people are putting out there. And nowadays in this day and age, it's just fast music. People are trying.
Too quick.
I think it's going with the algorithms that are out there, because if you are not active so on the media spaces, on the platforms, you are quickly forgotten.
Like that.
And then when people also put reactions like yourself, the more controversial.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how the algorithm works, but the more traffic it creates.
Exactly.
So are we meaning to say, should we be like as trashy and shitty to people just to make sure that the algorithm or the traffic happens, so that I get more reactions, and then I get my reactions are spread through all different forms of whatever platforms, and then I gain more followership, and then I'm out there, my voice heard? Or am I being authentic? See, that's where you are now.
Yeah.
Am I chasing clout, or am I just being 100?
I've always been 100, because you sometimes when I would put out a comment or a rating or whatever, or I react or give a review for an album, you get people coming to me and say, you're chasing clout, or you are looking for clicks. That's a clickbait and all those things. Then I look at when I started, when I was still in the music industry, like deep in, like prime me. I have been like that, bro. Where you are an artist, you walk into my studio, when you're trash, you trash. I think I just took it from people like Delany.
Where we worked with Delany back in the day. Yeah,
those guys, they never sugarcoated you.
I think you know what? I think with what happened when we also did, like when we were doing music, when Urban Grooves came out first and everything, and then we were doing stuff, I think we got to work with Delany when he was now with Galaxy.
Yeah.
He had left Shamiso, and then I was working with my boy Too Short, and he was signed to Galaxy, so I was featuring on his songs and stuff like that. And you got to see, and the thing was, I think it was easier then, because there was like I don't know what they call them, like A&R boards or whatever, that would be saying, we want this song, we want this artist, you try to sing about this. You go in and your producer will tell you, Shamar, the reason why I want to work with you is because you can do this and that, and route to imbe according to this. All right?
Yeah.
Imba nezo is.
That's true.
But right now, anyone can set up a studio and then they just come up with what they need to come up with.
Yeah.
And without even knowing it, it blows up.
That's true.
Because maybe there's a TikTok trend, there's a dance to it, there's a whatever happens, but that's the algorithm. So the more you put out there is the more. So people are they're just putting out anything and everything.
Yeah.
Because we are not sure what is good and what is not.
Exactly.
Back in the day, you'd be signed to a label before you put anything out. This time, nowadays, you have to put something out to get a label.
Dude, you are being signed now after 10 years in the industry.
Yeah.
When you've got flipping 20 albums.
Yeah, because that's where things are. I think is it making things easier for the labels, or is it making things more easier for the artists? Because when you get signed after you can come in and sit down and say, you know what, I'm my own guy, I'm my own brand. Yeah. You're not just going to give me a contract for me to sign. This is what I need. And unlike back in the day, you'd come in and they say, sign this 5-year contract or 7-year contract. Yeah. You don't if you're going to want to read it, I don't have time for that. Do you want this or don't you want that? And you find, but like Abafana, they don't, like the young people, they're under a lot of pressure. So, bazo sign.
Yeah.
And they sign half their lives away, 5 years or maybe it's, you never know. You don't read the fine print. It's 5 albums.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then those albums you put when you put out the album, it's not on your timeline. It's on the label's timeline.
Exactly. They'll tell you when to release.
They'd say, you can come have the new album. No, wait, bruh. We're working now, Ningi.
Yeah.
And right now, he or she's hot right now.
Exactly.
And that's where we're focusing our energy. Yeah, we're with you, bro. We're with you. Just chill.
And I think now people are even signing brands than an unknown artist. They look at numbers, bro.
Yeah, they know. It's all about the numbers now.
Yeah.
It's all about the numbers, and like, and that's the thing. Like when we look, I think it's also to a certain extent, it is has given freedom, has given sort of independence to the artists themselves.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to be out there and just not just work according to one or two people's perception of who they are. I'll give you an example. This cat, Shadhaya Hulungende.
Oh,
yo, bro! I was,
right.
I'm not big I'm not an authority to this new age of music.
Yeah.
Because I'm older. Yeah. And now when our time came and passed, you know what? I prefer listening to my old tunes and stuff like that. But I still keep up because, you know what? I'm in a space with these young guys who are always talking. Saka, I think was it a year or two back. You know the clash that happens in August?
Yeah. City Sports.
Yeah. And I think it was what's Silent Killer's nickname? Bida. What do they call him?
There's there's Mbida, a different artist.
Yeah. So what do they call Silent Killer?
Silent Killer is
something Mbida light won it or something, or the guy. He is the most imitated, right?
Exactly.
It was one of his imitators who was something light. Who won it. And on that contest, on that day, Hulungende was also one of the guys, contestants. And I still remember him because I remember his ensemble because I was so confused. I'm like, what are you trying to prove? He was dressed in this black satin ensemble, trying to looking like a cowboy sensei. I don't know what he was trying to do. And, I was caught with what he was wearing. But he was shit. I wrote him off.
But
on that day.
But now the funny thing
But fast forward to what's happening now when and then when he released that track, I don't know, and then I followed him and started going into his things and listening. This kid is really talented.
Brilliant.
He's absolutely bro. And you know what? I gave up on him because of just one thing that happened that one day. Whereas he's got such an amazing body of work.
Dude, he's amazing. But now the funny thing is, all these Mandedidos, all these Mbingas, and These guys were a clique before.
Yeah.
And he's the guy who used to write
Is it?
for these guys.
I never knew that. I never knew
Yeah.
that.
So he used to write a lot of tracks for Madedido.
Yeah.
And all these guys, right? But now they had the voices and the energy.
Yeah.
So he will write, they will take it out.
So I never knew that in Zim. Actually, this is what I've sorry, I just interrupted you there. I never knew that there was an industry for writers.
It's I think they are trying to create it, because if you listen to what's his name, Freeman. Freeman, there's a song, you know, this beautiful James man. He's saying that come on, fun. I'm forgetting the song. This guy, someone wrote that track for him. It wasn't him.
Yes.
Then the kid came to him. So I think some guy from Bindura or whatever, Makorekoro. You see, he gave him and say, you know what, I've got a track which want you to listen to it. Then you decide. Right? Then he gave him that part. Then it's a hit, Baba.
Absolutely. So that's Silent Killer's nickname is Ngwere.
Ngwere Light.
Ngwere Light. Whoa. Yeah. So if there is an industry for writers, I think it's actually a great avenue, because like you said, Kuti, there are other people that need that voice, the cadence. It's about the cadence, how you deliver a song, stuff like that.
Yes.
And that can be able to be relatable with the audience. You can write some good bars, my lyrics and stuff like that, but if you don't have the cadence, it's all going to go to waste. And some people have to find it within themselves. Kuti, I am a good writer.
Yeah.
I am not a good, I cannot deliver.
Yeah. The only problem now is in terms of writers and artists in Zim is they don't have a structure which pays to writers. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The only thing was I think Zimora, if they were effective then, because whenever you take your music, you catalog to them, there is a column where they are composers and writers. So as a writer, there's a certain percentage which you're supposed to get.
Yes.
But sometimes you go there, you take that sheet or whatever,
split sheet,
split sheet, which you. I even wonder if they're even signing split sheets. I had a split sheet, but most of these kids, they don't have. They don't even know what's a split sheet.
Yeah.
So you check, you go to Zemura, then you realize there are no writers. There is only a composer and an artist.
Yeah, and
right?
Producer, I think.
So producers, most of them, dude, if Zim was being done properly, possibly people like Fantan and all these guys, they should be the richest producers in Zim, because they've got such a huge catalog of music which they've made, but they're not getting money. Right now, I should be feasting on a few masters and a few music which I've put out.
Yes.
But you realize, you know what, it's a waste of time. Right? Let me just move on with life. But now on Hulungende Manje, this is the tricky part. Is I think they've been trending. Have you been following?
Yeah, I do follow them. And then I've also done I've just been asking around, like, what's happening with this Hulungende? And I think, you know, from what the young kids, because the authorities now are the young kids, they know more than we do.
Yes.
I think him teaming up with the lady Malloti.
With the Malloti, yeah.
I think because Malloti is very active on social media, and I think she has mastered this art.
Dude.
She has been able to really be able to push him and put him out there to a point where it's not taking anything away from his raw talent, you know, as an artist, but he has been able to be put on platforms that he can actually now profit from his talent. And it's Malloti who's really been pushing all that around him. And even when the way he presents himself, the way he dresses and stuff like that, I think to myself, you know, I'm not sure, but I know, this is the lady being in his life. You know what, being able to say, no. You need to be this. This is the brand that we are putting across.
Exactly.
This is what the new age of celebrity, of industry, of social media expects or will respond to in a positive manner if you're going to profit. So I think him teaming up with the lady, and you know what, she actually does talk her her own bag of shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think she has mastered the whole this age of being available on social media, and she can actually profit from those things. And I think she's one of those people that she can actually now start looking out and getting more and more artists or creators or just because of what she knows and what she's got experience. She can put people under her wing.
I think they have a few people, yeah, because I've seen it trending, and now what they are doing is whenever they are walking or they are getting in a shop or they're doing whatever,
Yeah.
they are taking videos and
Yes.
they're posting those clips.
Right. That's hard work.
Yes, when she's got a fight with Ketina or Natasha Nyemba, she brings it to the social media.
Yes.
And she's very loud, and she says as is. You know what I mean? So she will let you loud up. You can say whatever you say. Then she takes all that information, right? Then she gaslights.
Bro, gaslighting.
Dude, that girl is massive. But now then I realized that when Hulungende is talking, he's now using the same tone as Malloti.
You would expect that. Don't you? Because remember, it's about the algorithm.
Yep.
All right? It's about pushing traffic. All right? The more shit you can say, the more people want to go, Akatichi. It's shared across different platforms. If you're going to come out and be a nice goody two shoes, nobody's really interested in that thing.
Exactly.
They want controversy. They want drama. People are waiting for the drama. So when somebody says Malloti is live, everybody is expecting fireworks.
Yeah.
You see, and then that generates traffic, and that brings a lot of people. And if she's going to be walking, like say in a street in town or something like that, people are wanting to come to her, take selfies, everything. And then she can create a brand. She's creating brands where she says, if you want me to be, you know what, I can come to your club, but I'll put it on my social media. It's going to blow up. How much you going to pay me?
Yeah.
So that's already where we're going to. That's currency right now, and it's all good because that's where things are, bro. So I get that.
She's wild.
So if Hulungende is gonna go and say that, because he was a good artist, and people who were like diehard dancehall fan artists would have known. But someone like me, did not, because I'm not a diehard.
Yeah.
I would listen to my daddido, hey, Chigeri, whatever, hey, Skibidi, and I'm like, what's this kid saying, bro?
Exactly.
Like. Then he comes, attack my Japanese. I'm like, what? And then I start like saying, okay, now I'm trying to now follow but I'm not a headliner, and most people, we are busy with life, whatever.
Exactly.
So you also now want to create that trend so that you got and you make the most out of yourselves, because that's your livelihood. I like the fact that they're now depending. I just go to music part-time. I'm going to work. I'm an engineer, but in the singer. I'm a doctor, but in the singer. The teacher, but in the singer. No.
Let me cook something.
Yeah.
I think for Malloti and Hulungende, they realize this is where our life is, especially on social media. Right. And they're creating so much drama when their music is on top.
Yeah, it's the time.
So now you're consuming their music, you're consuming their life. To me, that's reality TV.
Whoa. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So this is the time, dude, when we if we want to create a reality TV of living with the Mallotis or the Hulungendes, they say it's a movement. This is the time when people need to gather all the information and the clips and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, that's the difference between I don't know if you're following 2-3 days ago, what's his name, Poptain. He's been lashing on Facebook.
He's also one TikTok. Of those kids who's always live. Like,
yes, he's been lashing out at Nati O, at Tinasham Tarisi, Java, and I think last night he was told na boof kuti shine no orange and rope mamisa buffalo soldier.
give me the backstory, bro. Give me the backstory. I'm really like, give me the backstory.
So let me cook this one.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you remember when this kid he had a lot of things, man. I think his mental state is not all right, right? Because I remember sometime when he had a fight with his wife, they broke up. Then he had there was rumors that he was dating Anita Jackson.
I have no idea.
Right? So I think Anita, she's more like a COVID artist.
Yeah.
You know, the days of COVID. That's when she blew up.
Yeah.
Right. Then. So his issues are whenever I collaborate with an artist, after I give them a hit song, these people, they hate on me, right? He claims that he did a collabo with Winky D, which they never released, and was told by Winky D, don't tell people that I've got a song, we did a collabo together, and I'm gonna tell you when I'm gonna release it, right? They did Kokai with Natty O.
I think I know the song.
You know the song.
Yeah, it was a good song.
Kokai. Then he feels like Natty O doesn't have his back. After that, when they did the collabo, then that was it.
Yeah.
But now my take has been, you know what? You are trying to get attention, and yet you don't have any song right now at the moment which is popping. But what is he doing? He's talking about Natty O. Natty O has got a song, "Na Buffalo Soldier," which is popping now. You know the song Panaja Chema. It's I think it's about a week old now. It's a dope song. Then I'm like, you know what? You are lashing and saying all these things. You are pushing a certain name, because the moment you mention Natty O, when you type something Natty O, the algorithm picks up that name and it gives him the attention and the conversations to push his music.
But sometimes, don't you think, and I'm gonna be a bit, don't you think some of these things are orchestrated, these fights to get, because why I'm saying this, this kid Pop 10 is always live, he's always on social media. He's got a strong following. And you know what? And we know kuti for something to move, like you need to be controversial, you need to be negative, you need to start up a fight. And I'm saying, are we looking at a situation where some things are choreographed? Yeah,
sometimes you think that way, but if it's choreographed, or if it's if they are following a manual, he went on YouTube and took down some music which is Fadzamtenge Wedoro, that hit song. He's taking that down from on YouTube, because there was a fight with him and Mtarisi, who they claim that song is theirs. But I know that song, they didn't record there. They only did the video. You know what they used to do, the one room videos with the microphone. Yeah, they did a video and it went viral. But the difference is, the difference is when you use my Magetsi and I buy you lunch and use my laptop or computer to record, you own the masters. But I don't know on the videos now. You can't claim a master when what I brought were only visuals. You see the thing. So I don't think Mtarisi had the mandate or had the muscle to say it's my song, because he took the videos, he financed everything. Then he actually put it on. At one point, he put it on his own YouTube channel. But there was a fight because what's his name? The guy who owned that studio, Low Flip. I'm forgetting. Blah something, man. This guy who was in Eastleigh. Yeah. Right. He owns the studio. I think he must be brothers with the guy with the Denny J. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He's one of the guys behind there, and he's been in the industry for quite some time. And I think there was also Mbale used to record. He was a main producer there. Okay. So these are the guys who did the first song. Okay. So Mtarisi came in and he was claiming the song, and these guys were claiming the song. You know the Mbinga culture in Zimbabwe, where you are Mbinga, then you can do what the fuck you want.
But is there paperwork?
That's the difference. possibly there wasn't any. And I remember asking questions about that, and even because so this is the thing, as an artist, the moment you walk in a studio and start singing, the rights come into play, whether there's a paper or not, right? So technically you own the rights to the music the moment you start making it, right? But now you don't own the masters, because they are owned by the guy who gave you Magetsi and opened the door for you to use the space.
But this is, now I'm going to look into the camera. Young kids out there, bruh. Now listen here, okay? Get your paperwork straight. Get your paperwork straight. Because you know what? It's a race to wherever platforms that you're putting in. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna be on YouTube and YouTube is generating all this traffic, they're asking, where should we give this money?
Yeah, exactly.
So who's gonna upload it? And the person who uploads or whatever does it, he's gonna claim that this is mine, and it's gonna happen. And then you're gonna come a bit later on and be like, saka mariangu chi, and all that kind of stuff. Get your shit right first, bruh. You know?
Yeah.
Because we tired of all these things. How many times I'm thinking Winky D we saw that when he took down all his songs and everything. I don't know what had happened with that whole thing, situations. People are not learning.
The Winky D issue was with Kenako.
Yeah.
With Kenako music.
Yeah.
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 So
And it's still about, getting the paperwork right. You know what? Pane, so many young people have graduated with law degrees in Zimbabwe with nothing to do.
Yeah.
These people can go through your contract. So if you're gonna sign a contract with somebody, bruh, take it to a lawyer. Vana mari somebody call Blaz ndakakupay $20 just to read through my contract. Ndimakaita law degree makagara pasi pemengo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you just give me what's happening? Is it a good deal for me or is it not a good deal for me? And maybe we need to start creating also an industry where we've got entertainment industry lawyers. Because that's the new industry that's really paying off, and that's going to make sure that everyone is protected. The artist is protected, whoever signs them, everybody is protected, Let's make sure paperwork first, because we're just tired of this drama, bro,
It happens
it's now
year.
I think I am tired. I mean, maybe young kids out there, but it's just like, it's also, we had no choice. There was no platform where I could just put my we actually recorded way before MySpace.
Yeah, and during those times, remember that we didn't have any any roadmap.
Yeah.
We walked in a jungle because we didn't know, and you only find out you're in the middle of a forest. Like,
yeah.
Then you'd figure out.
We had to figure it out. Saka, the moment somebody offers you a contract, angane studio, remember, no one munane studio and a nice setup your studio and says, I want to make you my artist, that is my tamwari. Because all we wanted to do was stand in front of the mic and just let the guy put the beat down, and then I come up and I do my thing and stuff like that. And hopefully, we take it to Power FM or whoever, radio station that was then, and they play it, and then the part weekend top 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was the only way.
Yes.
There's so much happening out there right now. You can release a song. You don't even need to put it out on YouTube. You can just give it to a couple of influencers and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And then let's see. You don't even need to release a whole song. You can release a verse.
Yep. Well, the chorus.
It's just a chorus. And see, if it picks up, then it's a song, yes. That's why you're finding that there's a lot of songs out there that have got a good first verse and a shitty second verse.
Exactly. Or
a good chorus or good hook.
Yes.
And just fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucking trash verses. Yes. All right? Because it's all about now, what he say? Let's finish it up. Let's lace it up.
Yeah. So many videos which were resurrected by or songs which were resurrected by TikTok.
Yeah.
Like 20 years later, your song is up there. Then you realize, shit, when I did this song, I didn't even have a video.
Yeah.
Then you just shoot a video quickly, then you upload it.
give up on it, man. I'm saying, but if it's not choreographed, pop team, bruh, you go out and do your own thing.
That's what I said.
Go out and do your own thing.
Just make music.
No. When was the last time you had a hit?
I think Chuno, something like that. Maybe 2 years ago.
So go out there, push.
And this thing of people starting to speak out when they are not in the country. Because I think he's in the US now. Yeah, then now he's speaking up. He doesn't care, or he's not afraid to burn bridges. You see, maybe he's afraid of the gatekeepers, but are they gatekeepers in Zimbabwe?
I think they are.
But where will you put a gate now in this time and age?
You know what? I think they are. Now listen to where it happens now. From a monetary perspective, as much as you can get movement on social media, you need real money from shows.
Okay.
You need promotion. You need a whole good setup. Saga, the gatekeepers are now the people that will help you generate the money. You need to be hired. All right? And there is now certain, like, I'm not saying they are, but I'm just using it as an example. When I cheapest promotion, if it's a cheapest show, it's a good show. You understand? Saga, you want to be on a lineup. The cheapest show. Even Tina Shemtaris, if he's gonna put something up there, you want to be on that lineup. So you don't want to upset that apple cart.
Another name which I'm thinking. So Dinosh. You know Dinosh?
No.
Bro, come on. You don't know Dinosh?
No, give me a backstory. Maybe
Dinosh has been doing a lot of promotions. I think he's the biggest promoter of international acts in Zimbabwe.
Is he the guy who brought the dancehall guy?
Yes.
Oh, so that's the guy who did was it
Chris
in Kwekwe?
Yes, in Kwekwe.
Oh, that's the guy, right?
Yeah. He usually do, if you see a gig in Kwekwe, he's usually do gigs in, Kadoma.
Yeah, Kadoma, yeah.
Was it Kadoma? Should be Kadoma. Yeah. Should be Kadoma. Okay. He's usually the guy who does that. If you see people going to Zim for Mapiano, he's the guy who does most of the Mapiano acts. Yes.
So wouldn't you want to be on that lineup?
You will be.
So wouldn't you call that guy a gatekeeper?
Yeah, he is. then you look at artists like maybe Japi, who when they do a gig they call what's his name? Colors. Right? They call in all these guys, then they'll be like, come. So he's gatekeeping.
It's gatekeeping, yeah.
You need to be in good books with all
you people. Have to be in good books, because sometimes you wonder, but this guy is. When was the last time he had a hit? But why is he always on a lineup?
Yes.
Yeah. Because he's in good books.
With the promoters.
Saka, I guess they are still there's still a situation with there's a certain group of people that my promoters will push. All right? And there's other people. So you want to be in that space because you're gonna get paid.
Yeah.
You are gonna get paid.
Yeah.
So so when somebody now says they fucked off overseas and they're now whatever doing, they're now really releasing the beans. They're just opening up a whole can of worms and stuff like that. So I guess man. if he's gonna let us hear. Let's know what's happening, because it's high time. Could people become accountable? All right. But also these kids out there, you know what? Also know what you're worth. All right.
Exactly.
Don't start off from a $10 gig. Because Winky D is not where he is now because he just started making big shows. Bro, there was a club called Kilani Gardens. Kilani Gardens. Montague, Waguna, Parklands, that side. Yeah. It used to be called Lagos. Years ago, I'm not sure which year. Thanos wangu just took me and said, Thanos, let's go. And I didn't even know who this kid was. I went to this kid's show. I promise you, we were not more than 50. It bombed out.
Shit.
But this kid came out and he gave a energetic performance. After that, I wanted to buy this kid's CD. 2 months later, you know what was released after that? ndakabata ndakagara nemwana wavanhu pambedha, and it blew up. But he started off, and he never, the energy he brought to a show nevanhu 50 chete was still the same energy he brings out to those sold at Alex Stadium shows. So start off them at $10 shows. Sometimes you might not need to be working with the big promoters. If you feel they're gatekeepers, there's so many avenues out there. Ita ku show ku Zimho, kumabvuku ho, mandika. Kana Paseke Primary School or something of that sort, then go to the little local nightclub or whatever. Wait till $20. Have losses. Train yourself. Create a brand. And you will enjoy the benefits in the long run.
Yep, dude. Yeah. This has been amazing, but unfortunately, I think we need to end it there until we. On the rebound, we have the Minister of Finance and Home Affairs happening around there. So,
all good.
But it's been an amazing gig, bro. You opening up about what you're going through, your mental health and stuff.
True, man.
And I just saw people.
Watch out for the blog.
Yeah.
Watch out for the blog. It's coming out.
Don't stop.
Definitely. No. And thanks for the space, man. Let's make this happen.
So this the idea which I always had is creating a space where men can come and lash out.
Game.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get come right with the venues and the people, just set an environment where we can go and lash out as men. We've got a lot of things to say. We've got a lot of things to pour out to the world.
Bro, do what you need to do. I'm here, bro.
Always.
I'm straight. I'm there for you. And then we let's do this.
Cool. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. This is your uncle signing out, and catch you on the rebound. Subscribe, like, and share. This is Uncle Joe's Diaries. We are boom.
Out. Check out for the blog. It's called. All right, Monotonous Drone of a Sad Man. Watch out for that, all right?
That's wild.
Cheers.
We out.
Bye.
Boom.
Peace.
Dude, I think this one.